Hi, everyone, and happy holidays to each and every one of you. I'm in a bit of a funk tonight because I've been watching CNN. I know some of you don't watch CNN, but one of their commentators, Scott Jennings, and I've mentioned about him before, he had a minor position in George W. Bush's administration, and he worked as an aide to Senator Mitch McConnell of Kentucky. And that's it. There are many, many cabinet officials and heads of agencies and senators and former senators and whatever congressmen that go on that are really, really expert in their fields. And they get this really low-level guy, and he's making a lot of money, dishing Joe Biden, saying he will be a disgrace as he leaves office. And he mentions things that happened at the beginning of his term with the Afghanistan pullout, which was a problem. And it was on his watch, but it was based on stuff that Trump did the year before by setting a timetable to leave Afghanistan and agreeing with the Taliban to release 5,000 prisoners, many of whom went back to the Taliban, and we know what happened in Afghanistan. He talks about, a disgrace because of the 13 people that were killed. In fact, Biden was on the tarmac in Delaware when the bodies came back and spoke to the Gold Star people, etc. And then Scott says, or was it Mike Lawler, who was on the show at the same time, said, but Vice President Harris didn't. What difference does it make? The fact of the matter is that in the first 2 years of administration, Biden, with a bare majority in Congress, was able to pass the Infrastructure Act, which Trump was never able to do, the CHIPS Act, and the Inflation Reduction Act, which 2 years later has now hundreds of thousands of people are working based on these laws that Biden helped get passed, which Trump was not able to do. Plus, Biden was serious about COVID. He inherited the COVID situation from Trump, who was saying, oh my God, it'll be over by Easter, and holding these campaign rallies with people packed together, without masks, making fun of Biden, who didn't get sick for 2 years and had a mild case. And I don't understand these people that are just, ignoring, not even saying the slightest good thing about Joe Biden, a man who spent 50 years working for the American people. I think Scott Jennings is a disgrace. I don't think he wanted Donald Trump to be renominated when it was clear that he had problems against him, his various indictments, etc. But when he got back in, he's just sucking up, and I think CNN should fire him, and Mike Lawler should be ashamed. And that's my point. Happy New Year.